What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Den. This is your host, Aaron EBM. Today, we're going to talk about son husbands and sister daughters. In particular, we're going to talk about Jim Jones and his inappropriate relationship with his mother, as well as Jada Pinkett Smith and her ratchetness. All right, on my channel, we like to make things as easy as possible. So son husbands are pretty much mama's boys on steroids. You often see this kind of thing happen when you have single mothers taking care of both sons and daughters when they don't have a positive male influence in the home. It's hard to sell being a single mother to a man with no kids. So usually they'll go years without having a man. That son ends up being the husband figure in the home. Usually with the daughter, what happens is the mother and the daughter become sisters or like friends to kind of soften that blow of not having that male in the house, to give her that companionship that she would have had with a male. In both of those situations, there are a lack of boundaries, if they have boundaries at all. Women begin to get extremely clingy with their son, very protective, almost like jealous as if that was her husband. And usually with the sister daughters, the boundaries are so intertwined that it's hard to enforce any rules on that daughter. So let's talk about Jim Jones. Jim Jones came out and said that his mother, while he was a teenager, taught him how to French kiss. For me, right there alone, that should be enough to have outrage all over the country, because if it was opposite, if the tables were turned, if it was a man, a father with his daughter teaching her, coming out and talking about how he taught his daughter how to French kiss, y'all already know what happened. But as expected, Jim Jones's mother tried to come back, soften the blow, double down on what she did, and tell everybody that it was innocent.
Excitement that's going on with my son.
Man, have you seen the comments?
The comments is crazy, and everybody needs to understand you're taking it wrong. I am not a nasty mother. All I am is a mother that was teaching my son exactly how to survive and how to actually be able to deal with a woman. And for the information, it wasn't no tonguing down. It was a way of showing you how to tongue. He licked out his tongue, I licked out my tongue. There wasn't no mouth to mouth resuscitation or whether there's anything. It wasn't like that. It's all about where's my son growing up and me as a young mother showing her son how to do and deal with life with the young girls, because he's a nice, handsome looking guy. You know what I'm saying?
Seems like she took advantage of him to me.
And I taught him all about sex. No, and trust me, everybody, it wasn't about no sex. Okay, just showing him, telling him how and what he.
So did it sound to you what it sounded like to me? It sounded like this woman took advantage of this man. You know, this makes me sick. How many of you already know? You already know what would have happened to a father that, let's say, you know, because it's sick. I don't even want to talk about how a father would teach his daughter how to tongue kiss, you know, let alone talk about somebody that's grown. But you know what would have happened to a man, even her age, that was talking about doing something like this to his daughter? You know, he would be over. He would be finished as a man. So it boggles my mind how we're going to sit here and act like this isn't pedophilic, how this isn't sick-minded, how she could justify putting your tongue anywhere near your child's mouth, talking about you gonna try to let him teach him how to deal with women. He don't need to learn how to deal with women from you. He needs to know what a woman is. You need to teach him how to treat a woman. But putting his tongue in your mouth, come on, man. Let's be real. This is sick. And this goes on all too often in our community and gets swept under the rug, especially with our men, because it's all about black girl magic. But it's nothing about black boy magic. It's nothing about taking care of the kids, the sons. We just lead them astray. And then when they turn into criminals, then we want to talk about it and talk about how the men failed them because they wasn't here for them. We're going to talk about another one too. We're going to talk about Jada. I want you guys to hear what Jada said.
Grandmother taught me about self-pleasuring because she wanted me to know that that pleasure was from me.
Exactly.
She didn't want me to fall into the hands of a man, and if he gave me pleasure, to think that that was him. Yeah. And she taught me at 9.
Now, how sick is that? How sick is that? How could we sit back and then not say or not call out the people that are doing these things or talking about these things and taking a deep dive into really what's going on? I don't care who you are. There's nothing okay about you teaching your 9-year-old child how to pleasure yourself under the guise of making sure that you knew how to pleasure yourself because you didn't want to be in subjugation to a man. This is ridiculous. I don't know why nobody's calling anybody out for this BS, because women are doing it, because women are at the helm of the ship when they're talking about these grotesque things, because you all know what will happen to a man in these situations. That lets you know right here that nobody cares for the men out here in society. I don't care if you're a blue collar brother. I don't care if you're a white collar brother. If you were put in these situations, you would be crucified. justified. And that right there should make you guys angry. That right there should make you guys mad enough that you would stand up and talk about this stuff instead of letting these women do this stuff on media. They have the gall. They have the outright balls to do and say these crazy things in media because they know that they have the protection. Y'all can sit back if you want to, but I'm not. All right, guys, I hope you like this content. I appreciate it. We need to talk more about this, so make sure you get in the comments and put these people on notice. Make sure that these people know that they can't hide anymore. Until next time, everybody. Peace.